David is one of the few characters in The Walking Dead to genuinely divide the fanbase. Like Kenny and Ben, he's both a man with his reasons and a walking disaster, a husband and a brother, but above all, a man shattered by his past, consumed by jealousy and grief. It's finally time to cut through the debate and uncover the truth. So without further ado, let's break down David. David is a man defined by two things: the military and honour. His former role as a US Army Staff Sergeant gave him purpose, a clear identity, and the sense that he was protecting not just those closest to him, but an entire community. Though his service days are long behind him, it's clear they never truly left. He's haunted by the memory of when he mattered, when he was respected, clinging to visions of battlefields and brotherhood, right up until the end of his story. Even in the apocalypse, he finds himself in a similar position, the head of security at the survivor group, the New Frontier. This context is vital to establish, as it sets the stage for David's deeply misunderstood relationship with his brother, Javier Garcia. While David risked his life, followed orders, and upheld the law, Javi was the carefree younger brother who rose to fame through sports, only to lose it all in a gambling scandal. Because Javier's career brought him public adoration, and as the youngest sibling, the Garcia family seemed to rally around him, even when he became a complete screw-up. David was left feeling overlooked and dismissed. He openly admits to being jealous, and this is the true core of why David is so hated. Throughout the game, he can't move past the fact that all his sacrifices meant nothing in the eyes of others, especially when Javier is the better people person. The game opens with David in grief. Everyone was there when their father died, except Javi, and yet in his final moments their father only asked for him. The brother who repeatedly broke his promises to be around more was the one his father wanted by his side, not the son who risked his life for his country. David's explosive emotions say it all. He loves Javi, but he hates what Javi has done to the Garcias. David isn't a bad man. He's driven by duty, but where David is harsh and quick to lose his temper, Javi is forgiving and empathetic. That contrast sparks the first signs of Kate's interest in Javi, setting in motion a chain of events far more serious than it first appears. The brothers are two sides of the same coin. David values safety over comfort, while Javi treats them as equals, and it's that difference that allows Javi to emotionally win over Kate. These early moments showcase why so many players remain divided on David. On paper, he's far more serious than Javi, but what many overlook is that it doesn't truly matter what Javi does over the course of the game. Be kind to David and he'll still beat you up. Be cruel and he'll still beat you up. Your role as the player is to redeem Javi, starting from a man who was never there when it mattered, who puts ego over family. Whether you succeed or not doesn't change how David sees you, because in the end you either become better than him, which he can't accept, or you remain the screw-up little brother everyone still loves. At its core, it's a classic tale of one-sided sibling rivalry. One-sided in the fact that only David truly cares, but also in the way that players only see it from Javi's perspective. But stepping away from all of that, a few questions remain. What about David's actions? What about how he treats Clementine? These two tie back into the same theme of a quiet rivalry, and in the end, it's up to you whether David lives or dies. Rivalries like this rarely stay quiet for long, as tensions rise and trust erodes. David's flaws stop being background noise and start driving the story, leading to a series of choices that will define not just his fate, but yours. Over the course of the latter half of the game, David makes a series of reckless decisions, executing Richmond's other leaders after Javi secured a peace deal, breaking the arm of a grieving woman whose husband had just died before her eyes, attacking Javier after Kate's confession, and, of course, kidnapping Gabe when the rest of the group turns on him. He sees himself as the one willing to do what nobody else will, eliminating threats before they strike or disarming an unstable person, even if it means using brutality. Whether it stems from his time in the army or simply who he is, survival is his highest priority. What he can't grasp is how those around him view him as a monster for it. While Javi grows into a capable, level-headed leader, David becomes the one making dangerous mistakes and hard choices. His brutality takes control, pushing him to decisions that leave everyone afraid of him. But when David finally seeks forgiveness, he gets none, except perhaps from you, his brother. David has always forgiven Javier, even if in aggressive or backhanded ways. Now it's your turn to decide if you'll forgive him. The game makes his mistakes feel personal, especially through Clementine, whose connection to us as players makes David's decision to take a sick, vulnerable AJ from her all the more infuriating. Yet, as Javi, you can't forget, he's still your brother. He didn't harm AJ. In his mind, he was protecting him. While it's always wrong to take a child from their mother, would David have forgiven you if you made the same choice for the same reasons? The history suggests yes. Now the roles have reversed, and for the first time, you're the one deciding if this relationship is worth saving. Love is hard, and forgiveness is even harder. But these are the questions that make A New Frontier such a powerful game. It forces you to dig deep and try to love someone who is clearly tormented by his past. Someone who can't understand why nobody sees that he's only trying to protect them. When David takes Gabe at the end of the game, it becomes Javi's final test. Do you chase after family who've wronged you, or stay behind with Kate to save Richmond, strangers you barely know? For me, it's a no-brainer. I will always choose to go after David, not only to save Gabe, but to keep our promise to Pa. And that's where another parallel becomes clear. David mirrors Kenny in so many ways. Both are family men fiercely devoted to protecting those they love, even when that devotion leads to costly mistakes. The dynamic between David and Gabe often feels like a direct echo of Kenny and Clementine. In fact, Clementine's choice to either shoot David or simply threaten him is a deliberate callback to the season 2 finale, reflecting your choice to shoot Kenny or let him live. If David survives, he openly admits he's lost. He doesn't know what to do. It's David at his weakest, in a place he's never been before. In that moment, he's in the position Javi once was. The natural choice is to remind him of their father's words. Legacy is all we'll leave behind.
Legacy, David. It's all anyone leaves behind. Figure out the kind you want.
And just like his brother, it's never too late to change. I believe this is the one ending that truly ends the rivalry between the brothers. Both have now seen each other at their lowest, and both have chosen to forgive. Ultimately, David embodies the saying, blood is thicker than water. He's a character you only truly understand if you've known someone like him in real life. To some, he'll make no sense at all. To others, he'll feel painfully real. He's sympathetic, he's flawed, and above all, he's just trying to do what he believes is right, and to be accepted, just as his brother once was. Shout out to my amazing members for making this video possible. Gog, Wizard Elf, Eternal Canadian, Fresh Pokemon Hunter, Ross Mo, Beatbox Blade, Donny, Poop and Sock, Bear, and Jojo My Dojo. Seriously, I know I say this every time, but you guys are amazing and it means so much to me. And a huge shout out to all of you for watching. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed.